Welcome to week 8 of Adventures in Groceryland, $21 per person budget. There are 2 of us, so our total budget is $42 per week. If you haven't watched any of the previous weeks, I encourage you to go back and do so. I've accumulated quite a decent sized pantry, items in my fridge and also in my freezer. And so last week I started allocating portion of the budget towards treats that we are going to have at Christmas. I continued that this week. Let's get started. Walmart had butter on for $3.28 and I got 2 bricks. So we'll be using this for regular groceries, but also as ingredients in special things that we want to make for Christmas. I got mushrooms for 86 cents. And I've been keeping my eye out for clams. These weren't in the flyer. Oh, French side out. These weren't in the flyers. But when I just happened to go down the aisle to check it out, they were on for $1.99. So if you don't know the price of clams, that's a really good price for canned clams. So I got 2, which I'm going to use in my challenge within the challenge for making seafood chowder for Christmas. Any of you who have watched right from the beginning, week 1, I was able to get dairy aisle evaporated milk for free because it was on sale and I had a coupon. I still had 1 coupon left. It was on sale this week, but it wasn't on for quite as cheap as what it was in week 1. It was on for $1.27 this week. I had a $1 coupon, so I paid 27 cents for the dairy aisle evaporated milk, and we're not going to use it this week. I'm just going to put it in the pantry and save it for when my regular milk runs out. I used gas coupons this week, so fast food coupons, and I got the eggs at Sobeys for free. Avocados were on sale this week, $2.88 for 5 in the bag, and that was at Giant Tiger. They're not as big as the avocados were in the last bag that I got. That was an amazing buy, but I'm still excited. We eat a lot of Mexican food, and we like to have guacamole with it, so this is great. Back to the bulk barn. I was totally out of yeast. So this is 25 grams of yeast, and I was getting low on taco seasoning. I use it for more than just tacos, and I just wanted to increase the quantity that we had a little bit. So this is 20 grams. Moving on to the Superstore, they had on sale this week, Sirloin Chops, so they're boneless chops, and they were on for $2.49 a pound. So they had $1.99 a pound for combo chops somewhere else, but when I went to check it out, the smallest packs were $6 or $7. It's a store that they never seem to have small, when the deals are really good, the packs are always really large, requiring you to buy more. So even though these were on sale for $2.49 a pound at the Superstore, I was able to get a smaller pack, and there's no bones. So this was a much better value for me. We are going to split this up into 2 separate meals, and then we are going to take one of the pork chops and we're going to cube it up for either stir fry or lo mein in the future. I really highly encourage everyone who is on a really tight budget, who's not a vegetarian or vegan, to try to get a cheap pack of bacon. It's really useful. I was finally totally out of bacon. This was $2.39. That was not on sale. That's just the regular price for an inexpensive pack of bacon at the Atlantic Superstore. And when we cook this down, I can use it for bacon bits, which is I use in ingredients, but we also save the fat, and then we use the fat for cooking other items. Talk a lot about PC Optimum. I'm a member, and they had a special deal this week, members only, which membership is free, so anybody can be a member. $2.99 for cheese. I got a pack of Marble, and I'm going to try to go back before the sale is over to get maybe another brick or 2 for my next week's groceries, because that's a really great deal. Marshmallows were on my list for ingredients that I needed for Christmas, and I was able to get this bag at the Superstore, 400 grams, $2.49. Tomato was $1.27 at the Superstore. And another ingredient to go towards my Christmas list items, they had frozen bay scallops, and these were on for $6.49 for the bag. So that's a pound. So a pound of bay scallops for $6.49. That's a really good value. And you don't need big scallops when you're putting it in a chowder. You're just going to be cutting them up anyways. So go for the small ones. Go for the bay scallops for recipes. They work just great, and they're much cheaper. And I was looking for flatbread. It's funny. I never buy flatbread. I've never bought naan bread before, but I had in my mind that I wanted to make a recipe on Tuesday, Taco Tuesday. We have some leftover beef taco, and I thought that would be kind of interesting to make it on a flatbread. And when I went in, this naan bread happened to be 50% off, so I got this for $1.40, and I thought that worked just fine. We'll figure out if we like naan bread, and if it works like flatbread, I'm sure that I probably won't be able to tell the difference. And another special, exclusive for PC Optimum members, they had chocolate chips, 1 kg, so the PC brand, for $5.99. And so we are going to be using chocolate chips in some of the recipes that we are making for Christmas. So this is the groceries that I was able to get for my budget, and the total budget that I spent was $43.35. So much less food, but that's okay. We're going to eat from the supplies that we already have, and quite a few items that I'm going to be able to check off of my Christmas list. Now, last week I said we were going to start incorporating items from my existing food into what we have for our $21 budget, and I have done that, and I've got a couple things set out over here. This is just a medley of vegetables that I did up in the summer, and we had all of these were free items, either a gift to me or out of our garden. So this has beans, yellow, green, and carrots in it. This also free. This is just a small bag of raspberries. And this is fish, and this was a gift from one of my children. So we're going to incorporate that in. Now, this I paid for. I have no idea how much it was, and when I started digging around in the freezer trying to think what I was going to incorporate in, I can see there's a lot of frost inside of here. I'm not even sure if this is good anymore. Sometimes items do get lost in your freezer, so I'm actually incorporating this in. I'm going to try to cook this. It may not be edible. It may have some freezer burn in there, and I'm not actually attaching a dollar value to it. So you can give me your thoughts on that, on my one little item that I did pay for. So this is prepared. It's probably rice and some ground either beef or pork, I can't remember at this time, and some spices. And we had used it at one point for some stuffed peppers and just left over. Again, not sure if it's good. Let me know what your thoughts are, that I'm merging this in and I'm not attaching a dollar value to it. So after I did my week 8 buy, I was able to knock a few more things off of my Christmas groceries list. Butter, check. Marshmallows, check. Clams and scallops, check. The rest is yet to come, but I'm working on it. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about point reward programs. If you're Canadian, I'm sure you recognize these logos. They're quite famous. So Air Miles is a national or nationwide program. I can redeem them in store at Foodland, Sobeys, or Lawton's. But the thing about Air Miles is that you can redeem only $10 at a time. So you have to save enough to redeem for $10. I currently don't have enough to redeem for $10. PC Optimum, same thing. You have to save enough that you can redeem for $10. And I actually have lots that I can redeem with PC Optimum. Back in May, I opened a bank account with PC Financial. It was pretty simple. I just went in to the kiosk, opened it up, and one of the things, or one of the ways that you can collect points with PC Optimum is each time that you pay a bill, out of your PC Optimum bank account, you can collect 1,000 points, and you can do that 5 times each month. And when you have 10,000 points, you can redeem for $10 worth of merchandise. So I have been doing that ever since May. I currently have 35,000 points, and as soon as the bills that I have paid in December process, I'll have an additional 5,000, and that means I'll have 40,000 points that I can redeem. I can do it all in one big redemption, or I can do 4 $10 redemptions. I'll be very thoughtful with what I am going to purchase with my redemption, and I'd love to have your feedback. What should I get? Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thanks so much for watching all of the videos. If you haven't been watching from the beginning, I really encourage you to do so. I'm trying to build a pantry and show how shopping for groceries can be an adventure, and there's all kinds of ways that you can maximize what you have. This, for example, for me, really doing nothing other than paying my bills, and now I'm going to have $40 that I can get for free from Loblaw's subsidiaries. So in Nova Scotia, that means I could redeem at Superstore, Independent Grocer, or No Frills, or Shoppers Drug Mart. So I think that's really great. Thanks so much for following. And if you are so inclined, I'd love for you to subscribe to the channel.